Look at this scale visualization. On the right is Larry Page, the second richest person on Earth. On the left is Elon Musk. Between them is a gap of nearly $400 billion. Musk's total net worth sits at $662 billion. Yet, if you ask Musk about this fortune, he'll tell you money doesn't buy happiness. He actively insists that wealth was never his primary objective. Most people approach personal finance by seeking safety and comfort. But a $600 billion valuation is not built on savings accounts. It is a downstream effect of rewriting the mechanics of entire industries. The market treats that utility as a deposit. Generating results on a planetary scale requires a psychological framework that works against basic biological instincts. It means short-circuiting the very needs that keep the rest of us comfortable. To understand how a single individual generates these sums, we have to dissect the 5 dark rules of his mind. These are operating principles that demand killing the instincts that make average people feel safe. Rule 1 is the brutal power of no. Humans are evolutionarily wired to please others, to maintain social harmony and avoid isolation. Musk weaponizes the psychology of opposition to protect his time. He rejects any request, meeting, or person that drains his productivity. He frequently leaves his calendar empty just to sit and think. Saying yes to a goal of this scale requires a cold, unwavering no to almost everything else society asks of him. Rule 2 is the creation of masochistic feedback loops. This directly attacks the ego's need for positive validation and praise. Musk builds systems designed to surface only what is wrong with his work. He explicitly asks friends and colleagues to withhold compliments and deliver only raw, technical criticism. By systematically starving his own brain of social approval, he forces his mind to focus entirely on objective product perfection. Rule 3 is a ruthless focus on resources. In Musk's companies, interpersonal empathy and protective hierarchies are dismantled to serve the mission. Retaining underperforming talent slows the speed of the entire machine. Musk acts quickly because a single month of hesitation translates into a measurable loss of progress for the whole group. Rule 4 is extreme risk tolerance. Most people organize their lives to eliminate the possibility of failure and preserve their safety nets. Musk views the absence of failure as proof of a lot of innovation. He intentionally pushes his companies to the absolute brink of collapse. The proof is in his capital. He poured the entirety of his PayPal fortune into Tesla and SpaceX, fully accepting the high probability of bankruptcy. Treating failure as a mandatory operational cost rather than an outcome to be feared unlocks the risk-taking required to build new industries from scratch. The 5th and final rule is a high pain threshold. This principle overrides the biological need for rest, balance, and physical comfort. An average founder often quits when market conditions turn hostile. For Musk, the capacity to absorb sustained, grueling pressure is a non-negotiable requirement for survival. This chart shows the raw mathematics of effort. We're looking at the accumulating output of Musk's 100-hour work weeks mapped against a standard 40-hour week. This exertion creates a compounding advantage, achieving in 4 months what takes a rival a full year. The separator between ordinary success and wealth of this scale is not intellect. It is the capacity to endure psychological and physical agony long after others snap. But these 5 dark rules are not a formula for a happy or balanced existence. The collateral damage is severe. It invites constant stress, guarantees repeated failures, and strains interpersonal relationships to the breaking point. Musk notes that this path will make an individual miserable, sustained only by a specific obsession that outweighs the need for personal happiness. Money is the delayed result of thousands of rockets reaching orbit and millions of vehicles on the road. The capital follows the output. Generating wealth of this magnitude demands a lonely and ruthless commitment. It requires destroying your normal instincts, risking everything you have, and enduring the exact pain that forces the rest of the world to quit.